Good afternoon, Year 4. So, for this final week of your home learning, you are going to be doing some transition activities. So, there is just one video to explain what all of the activities are for the week, and you have got them in your pack to be getting on with. So, I'm going to go through those for you now, and this is just to get you ready for returning to school and going into Year 5, which I know everybody is ready for Year 5 now. So first of all, I'm just going to read you a little story, and it's going to relate to one of your activities, so just listen carefully. The end of the school year was getting closer, and as it did, Seima started to feel different. She didn't like change, and she started to think about how many changes there would be. One day after assembly, she was told who her new teacher would be next year. Seima hadn't been in this class before and started to feel nervous about whether her teacher would be strict or whether the work would be difficult. The next day, Seima saw her friends whispering in the playground. Normally, she would run over to them and ask what they were talking about, but today she felt certain that they were talking about her, about whether she'd be able to keep up with the work next year. All day, Seima couldn't stop thinking about this and about all the other changes there would be. She started to think of her worries and concerns as a carrier bag that she always carried with her, the kind she helped her mum to carry shopping home in. The more concerns she had, the heavier the carrier bag and concerns became. However, unlike a bag of shopping, she could never put the bag down. It just kept getting heavier and heavier. But Seima did have concerns. She had a whole carrier bag full of them. Hearing that they didn't exist just made her feel worse, so she decided not to bother her mum with the carrier bag of concerns again. Seima's carrier bag continued to get heavier and heavier. It made her feel tired in the day, and it kept her awake at night. She found it difficult to concentrate at school, and it stopped her having fun with her friends. Even things she enjoyed, like swimming, didn't make her happy like they used to. When she swam, she felt the weight of the bag pulling at her, making her strokes slow and clunky. One day, after a particularly difficult swimming lesson, Seima's swimming teacher, Mr. Ross, asked her what was wrong. "I know you're a fantastic swimmer, Seima," said Mr. Ross, "but I think something's bothering you lately and holding you back. Am I right?" Seima was so relieved that someone had finally noticed her carrier bag of concerns that she began to cry. Seima told Mr. Ross all about the carrier bag of concerns, how it had become so heavy now that she was scared to even look inside. She told him about how it followed her everywhere, even when she was swimming. Mr. Ross listened. "I can see how a carrier bag of concerns is a difficult thing to carry everywhere with you, Seima." Seima thought she was the only one with worries in her bag, yet when she entered her classroom, Seima couldn't believe what she saw. Every surface in the classroom was covered in bags. There were crinkly brown paper bags, brightly patterned fabric bags, and reused plastic shopping bags. There were bags of every shape, size, and colour imaginable. Seima's mouth fell open in amazement. "Right, class," announced her teacher. "Everyone grab a bag." The class quickly chose their bags and settled down at their tables while her teacher explained that they would be making concern bags. She handed out small pieces of paper for everyone in the class and asked them to write down their concerns or questions about moving to a new class. She told them to put all their concerns inside the bag. Seima wasn't sure she could do it at first. She had so many concerns and questions. Where could she possibly start? Yet, as she looked around and saw her classmates scribbling away, she found the courage to try. To her amazement, as she wrote down her worries, her own carrier bag of concerns started to feel a little bit lighter. She had soon written a whole bag of worries, and she began to feel better. Then it was time for all of the children to share their concerns. Seima was certain that she would have more worries than anyone else in the class. However, to her surprise, everyone's bags were full. Even the most confident and cheerful children in the class had concerns about changing classes. As the other children read out their concerns, Seima recognised many of them as her own. Children were worried about having a new teacher, the different rules and routines in the new class, and the work becoming more difficult. There were worries about friendships changing and different amounts of homework. For every question or concern, Miss Wilson reassured them and explained how things would be in the new class. Without dismissing their fears, she showed them that some of their concerns were in fact nothing to worry about. Seima felt better just saying her concerns out loud, especially when she learned that others had the same worries as her. By the end of the lesson, Seima realised that her bag of concerns had become much lighter. Sharing her worries with her teacher and her friends seemed to have helped empty it. So what you are going to do, you are going to make your carrier bag today. So you've got a bag template in your booklet, and you can decorate it however you want and write down any worries or questions you have. But remember, by writing your worries down and sharing your worries with somebody else, it helps to make you feel more relaxed. And quite often, if you are worried about something, so will lots of other people. Okay, and there is no need to worry at all. It will be exciting to return back to school to your new teacher in year 5. Then your next activity for tomorrow is to write a letter to your new teacher. Okay, so you need to include your name, what you like and dislike, what you find challenging, what you like to do in your spare time, and which lessons you enjoy, so your teacher can find out all about you. Then your third activity is to share your favourite memories of the year, and it would be really nice if we could share these with each other as well. So your friends, your favourite moment, favourite activity, memories that you will treasure, things you've loved most about the year. And finally, what you did during lockdown, because I'm sure that when you return to school, you will want to share with your friends exciting things that you did. I know that some people have been growing their own plants, some people have been doing lots of cooking, making dens. So you can share all of these things that you've learned and things that you've done that you wouldn't usually have had the time to do. Okay, so complete your activities now, ready for a fresh start in year 5. Have a lovely summer, and I will miss you all.